the map that drew itself.
In the quiet village of Brimval, people rarely travelled beyond the surrounding hills. The market had everything they needed. The river gave them water, and the seasons told them when to plant or harvest.
But for Lyra, a young cartographer's apprentice,
The hills were walls, and walls always had something worth discovering beyond them. Her master, old Brannick, owned the only map shop in the village. He drew charts for traders,
but they all ended with the same neat border. Here the world ends. Lyra would stare at those edges and imagine forests made of glass, oceans that hummed, and cities where buildings leaned together like conspirators.
One rainy afternoon, while tidying Brannick's shelves,
She found a strange roll of parchment tucked between two ledgers. It was blank at least at first glance, but as her fingers brushed over it, ink began to bloom across the surface, not in straight lines or neat symbols,
but in spirals, branching trails,
and curling rivers that seemed to sketch themselves right before her eyes. She gasped, and the lines stopped, as though they were listening.
Tentatively, she whispered, "Show me more." The ink bled forward again, forming mountains so tall their peaks pierced the border of the page. At the bottom corner, a tiny script appeared. "Follow me."
That night, Lyra tucked the living map into her satchel and left the village. She walked where it directed, sometimes along dirt paths,
Sometimes through forests that smelled of rain and wild mint. Each morning, the map had changed, adding more of the road ahead. On the third day, she reached a valley where the air shimmered. There, she found a door not in a wall, but standing alone in the grass.
its frame weathered and blue. The map's ink swirled until the shape of that same door appeared on the page.
And below it, beyond here, I cannot guide you. Lyra hesitated. She thought of Brannick, of the villagers who feared what lay outside.
Then she placed her hand on the door and pushed. A rush of golden light spilled over her. She found herself on a cliff, overlooking a city of impossible beauty, rooftops of silver, canals of liquid light, an air that thrummed with distant music. People in long, colorful robes walked streets paved with luminous stones. It was everything she had imagined, yet nothing she had ever seen. When she turned to look for the door, it was gone.
Only the living map remained in her hand, its ink now still.
The final page filled with the place where she stood.
Lyra smiled.
Maps, she realized, were not meant to end. They were meant to lead you until your courage could take you the rest of the way.
And so, in that city of wonders, she began to draw her own.